Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So basically, Naughty Dog released, I believe, the final dev diary, which was the Inside the World dev diary. They mentioned some interesting things, but there were some things that I noticed in the dev diary as well, but I'll mention it in a little bit. But yeah, they discussed in this dev diary that they wanted to make the levels enjoyable and they wanted to make them really different. So they talked about pretty much how the level designs in The Last of Us Part 2, it's not like copy and paste, for example. I think they said this before as well, but it's pretty much like original, and it's supposed to basically act like that if it was originally an area, and that it's basically demolished is the right term here. So that's basically what they were trying to explain, I believe, in this dev diary, and it's something that they mentioned as well. I find it really cool that they, it's not that hard, but like, I just find cool about the amount of details that they decided to add in the game, especially since the game is like 100 gigabytes. I found some really interesting stuff. It's not related to this dev diary, but they mentioned how, it's not from this dev diary, but someone mentioned, I think it was someone who had like a review copy, that the game will take like a couple minutes to load, and then that should be pretty much it for the game. The cutscene should not like go to a black screen in order to like start. It's pretty much like, in a way, the pacing is like normal, if that makes sense. There's like there's not any cuts or anything. It's basically like in a way normal, acting like as if it's real life in a way. But yeah, I found that really to be interesting as well. But something else they mentioned in the dev diary is that they talk about how Jackson, the community that Ellie is in, is basically a great community, and that the outside is pretty much bad, a nightmare. So that's gonna be really interesting to see, because Ellie pretty much lived in Jackson for, I believe, 5 years now, and she basically lived in peace and harmony, and they mentioned how something bad's gonna happen in Jackson. So I'm assuming by the screenshots we saw, it's gonna get pretty much destroyed, but I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I do find it interesting because they mentioned that Jackson is a great place that Ellie was in pretty much, and for her to live in like harmony for like 5 years, it's gonna be like a weird transition for her, just because of the fact that they think that the nightmare is over, basically. Like, this is it. This is where they stop and rest, but nope, more issues will come. So it really makes me like nervous to see what's gonna happen and what's gonna like in a way lead Ellie's quest to revenge. So that's something I'm really excited about to see, because Ellie still looks like she fights infected with Dina and I believe Jesse by some gameplay we saw, but I think the issue will definitely deal with, actual humans instead of just the infected. So that's gonna be really interesting, like, twist in the story, with how everything was nice and peaceful, and then bam, that was a delayed bam, but you get my point. It's something bad's gonna happen pretty much. So that's what I'm really excited about. They mentioned some other stuff as well, but I didn't really want to like further deep into this conversation, so I'll leave the dev diary down in the description down below. But they showed some concept art. These looked really cool, and I found something really interesting with these concept art that I actually wanted to talk about for this video. In the concept art of Jackson, you can see that there's a Firefly logo, which I find it a little bit odd, just because, one, the Fireflies are pretty much dead, and two, Marlene is pretty much dead. I don't think we're gonna see her at all. The only way I see her basically coming back is in a flashback, because we see we saw some gameplay of Ellie in a hospital gown, and Joel pretty much rescuing her. So I'm like in a way 100% sure we're gonna see Marlene. Watch, we don't. But I really do think we'll see Marlene in a flashback. I'm pretty sure she's dead, unless she's somehow alive, which I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Joel destroyed her, so I don't think she's kicking it up in life. I don't think she's after revenge to Ellie. Then again, it would make sense if she was alive going after Ellie, which I doubt. I'm pretty sure she's dead. But yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people thinking that she's alive, which I don't think that's true. I don't know why people would think that, but I'm pretty sure she's dead, considering we saw the gunshot in her head. But yeah, that doesn't explain why there's a Firefly logo in Jackson, the town. So I have some theories about this, and I want to talk about some possibilities on why I think there is a Firefly logo basically in the town of Jackson. Now, there could be, well, 3 or more ways that this could be seen. One, maybe there are members, I believe, of the Fireflies alive, but I don't think that there's still a group, if that makes sense. Because when Joel was getting out of the elevator, for example, you can see that there was a bunch of Fireflies that were trying to go after Joel, but he managed to escape. The only one that was down the elevator was Marlene. So I do think it could be possible that maybe there's still some members, but they are not Firefly members anymore, if that makes sense. They kind of like went to other groups. That's what I would assume at least, but I don't think the Fireflies are alive. I think something else that I think that this might be is that maybe Joel and Ellie decided that they want to form like a better Firefly community, or maybe Ellie wanted to, because the whole point was for Ellie to be the cure for the infection. And the way I see it is that the whole point of the journey of going to the Fireflies in part 1 was that it was a journey of hope that this whole the pandemic, I guess that's the word. They want to make the pandemic like seem like an ending, like there was going to be an end to this and that they're going to solve it once and for all. So in a way, I see this Fireflies being like a symbol of hope, if that makes sense. That's why I personally think on like why Joel and Ellie decided to do it. I would assume it was Ellie's idea, if I'm being to be frank, because Joel literally just killed the Fireflies and like ruined Ellie's chance of being a cure. And I would assume Ellie would be sad about it and would want to, in a way, give hope to people, I guess you could say is the word. So that's what I personally think about why I do think that Joel and Ellie wants to make in a way a new Firefly members like group, but make it like a more not like finding a cure, but like finding like being together, if that makes sense. But I do find it a little bit weird just because in a way I don't know how the pandemic works and all in that situation that they're in, but the way I see it is that if you're using like a old community's name that everyone's heard of, because Marlene like said on the radio and stuff that they are the Fireflies, the way I see it is that is bad. I don't want to say marketing because that's not the word I'm looking for. That's like bad strategy, I guess is the word, because you are basically in a way advertising yourself that you are the Fireflies and you know what the Fireflies have been through and crap. So you saying that you're the Fireflies is showing that you're in a way taking responsibilities for like whatever the heck they've done. And I don't know if the Fireflies are seen as good or bad people. I personally see them as just evil people, or in a way, in some ways, but I do think that maybe them saying that they're the Fireflies is a bad idea, because this could lead to tragedies such as, I don't know, like apparently the bad moment in Jackson that's supposed to happen. Maybe that's why Jackson gets attacked, like because they're saying that they're the Fireflies. Now, I didn't mention this earlier, but I probably should have mentioned it, but this is concept art, so this could literally not happen. This concept art means that they're just making ideas of whatever the heck they want and try to see what works and what doesn't work. So I could be literally wrong about all of this, but it could be possible. I'm just saying that it's possible just because of the fact that the Fireflies were a big part in Last of Us Part 1, and I believe in like trailers and stuff. Naughty Dog misled people in Last of Us Part 1 that the Fireflies, they didn't say anything about the Fireflies. I think they were kept a secret, if I'm correct. I was doing some research on this and they didn't mention the Fireflies at all in like the trailers. It looked like there was like one trailer in Last of Us Part 1 where it was misleading, where it showed like Ellie pointing a gun at Joel. But that was pretty much taken out of context in order to obviously make the fans surprised. And it wasn't basically like a zombie world game. It had Fireflies. The whole point was the cure. So that's what really made part 1 interesting. And I'm wondering if in part 2 the Fireflies is still going to be a big deal. But that's just my feelings about it. I personally don't know if this will happen or not. I don't think so. But it would be really interesting because Naughty Dog's been really quiet about the story so far in Last of Us Part 2, so it's been really interesting just to just see the trailers and just be thinking about what the heck could happen. But yeah, that's it for this video. Sorry if I rambled on about the Fireflies too much. That was the most interesting thing I saw from the dev diary, so I really wanted to touch upon that subject. My bad if anyone's feeling whatever. But yeah, did you guys enjoy this video? I'm like worried that I did a bad job again. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the Fireflies could return in some ways? I don't think they're like returning. I think I think the whole point is just that they just reform some type of good Fireflies new community crap. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Let me know down in the comment section down below. And yeah, be sure to subscribe and like if you did enjoy the video. Hit that bell notification if you guys did enjoy. And yeah, I'm gonna go eat dinner. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.